You think Underneat won because Kusha Kapila is famous. You are wrong. The real win was this. Underneat turned Instagram comments into product blueprints. Now imagine the impossible part. Every big brand already owns innerwear. Jockey, Zivame, Triumph. They have factories, retail stores, 15-year head starts. So what did Kusha actually do? She didn't hire a research firm. She pinned a comment. What outfit? What failed? What did you try instead? Then her team sorted replies into a spreadsheet. Problem type, count, outfit scenario, failed workaround, top 3 paint patterns updated weekly. That was the unglamorous first move. Instagram comments became live research, and look where that led. 123k followers before launching as a single product, 12,000 conversations with women, and a waitlist screaming for what didn't exist yet. They didn't start with a product. They started with a question. Here's the map: comment patterns, content experiments, first tight loop, proof behaviors. Remember this: questions build products. To understand this, rewind to 2024. Kusha Kapila and co-founder Vimarsh Razdan are staring at a crowded category. Indian innerwear is dominated by legacy brands. Organized players own distribution. New D2C brands fight for shelf space online. But here's what they noticed. Women were commenting anyway. Under fashion posts, under outfit reels. Same questions, different words. What bra are you wearing? How do you avoid lines? What works under saris? The core bet was simple. If thousands of women are already asking these questions publicly, the pain is real. If you answer them first with content, they'll trust you when you launch a product. One line. Comments reveal demand faster than surveys. If you're building something, subscribe. Every week, one Indian startup, one ugly first version, one repeatable playbook. Picture the pain scene. You're wearing a stunning backless blouse for a wedding. Yellow lehenga. Perfect drape. Then you look in the mirror. Bra straps showing. Panic. You try 2 workarounds. Some use safety pins to tuck straps. That lasts 20 minutes. Then the pin pokes through or the strap slides out. Pain and embarrassment. Others buy a strapless bra, one size too small, thinking it'll stay. It doesn't. It slides down mid-function. You spend the event adjusting in the bathroom. Same end result. No good solution, just compromises. Here's the part most people miss. Underneat didn't invent these problems. They systematized listening. Receipt 1. They ran pinned comment templates under fashion content. Not just thoughts, but tactical prompts. What outfit? What failed? What did you try instead? Each reply became a data point. Outfit type tagged, failure mode tracked, workaround noted. Receipt 2. Weekly spreadsheet became the product roadmap. Not vibes, not trends, actual counts. Top paint pattern, leaderboard updated every Monday. VPL complaints, 47. Waistband rolling, 31. Size confusion for Indian body types, 28. Backless outfit disasters, 23. That's not market research, that's live inventory of unmet needs. Their starting point wasn't all women, it was the commenters. Women already talking about the problem. Women willing to DM outfit photos. Women frustrated enough to engage. Micro math time. If even 5% of 200k engaged followers have that VPL problem weekly, that's 10,000 pain moments every 7 days. Win that habit loop and you own repeat purchases. So the entry point was clear. Start with women already asking. Give them content first, then give them products. So here's what they actually built first. Now here's the important part. This wasn't a brand launch. It was a conversation turned product. The first version looked like this. A content series called What Do You Wear Under? Not product ads, problem solving episodes. Each reel tackled one outfit scenario. Backless top, sari, bodycon dress, white pants. Then Kusha showed the solution. Sometimes boob tape, sometimes specific bra type, sometimes layering trick, and always the comment pinned below. Having this problem, DM us the outfit. Thousands did. That content was the MVP because it validated demand before manufacturing a single unit. But here's the twist. When they finally launched products, the first batch was tiny. 2 hero SKUs, seamless nude bras, anti-VPL underwear in black and nude. That's it. Constraints were deliberate. No 15 colors, no extended size ranges yet. Focus meant speed. They picked the 2 pain points with highest comment counts. Backless outfits and visible lines. Manual work was everywhere. You DM a fit question. A real person replies within 2 hours. You ask about your body type. They send a hand-drawn fit guide. You're confused about size. They ask for current bra brand and walk you through conversion. Messy story. Early batches had sizing confusion. Some customers expected Indian sizing codes, others expected international. The first 200 orders had manual follow-up calls to confirm size. Painful but necessary. Earliest user workflow was this. You see a reel about VPL under white pants. You relate, you comment or DM. You get a personal reply suggesting the product. You join waitlist. Launch happens. You order. Notification says, try it under your toughest outfit. You do, it works. You screenshot and tag the brand. You tell 3 friends in your group chat. They ask where you got it. That loop repeated 123k times before formal launch. How they delivered it mattered more than what they delivered. Because trust in innerwear isn't built with ads, it's built with answers. Fit guidance, real talk about how bodies work, comfort promises kept. They also did something most brands skip. A focus group of 15 women conducted hundreds of product trials. Real outfits, real scenarios. Dandiya night, office presentation, airport security styling. If it failed there, it didn't ship. And here's the operational reality. Kusha mentioned her team sits in 11 markets reading DMs. Not bots, humans. Tracking what questions repeat, what fit issues come up regionally, what fabric complaints surface. That's not scale. That's proof the loop works before you automate. So what did this MVP prove? Not that celebrity sells. It proved that if you answer the right question 12,000 times, people will trust you to solve it when you launch. Then the proof showed up. Not in press, in behavior. First thing, waitlist converted without running ads. Because the content already built intent. Women who commented for months were first in line. They didn't need convincing. They needed availability. Better yet, comments turned into referrals. Women tagged friends directly under launch posts. This is what I was telling you about. Finally, someone made this. That social proof costs zero and scales trust. But here's the killer. Now watch what happened next. People started asking when variants restock, not if, when. They wanted more sizes, more nude shades for Indian skin tones, more sleeve solutions. The demand wasn't one time. It was evolving based on what they posted next. Within months, the brand crossed serious revenue milestones. But the real signal wasn't the number. It was repeat behavior. Women buying for themselves, then buying for sisters, asking about gift packs, requesting travel sizes, secured funding from Fireside Ventures. Ghazal Allah from Mamayat joined as investor. That's not hype investment. That's belief in unit economics and repeat loops. So that's why Underneat worked. While everyone else launched products and hoped for demand, they validated demand and then launched products. While others guessed at pain points, they tracked them in spreadsheets. While others built for everybody, they started with the people already asking. They didn't use fame as the starting line. They used comments as the research engine. And when you let your audience tell you exactly what they need, the product builds itself. If you're building right now, ask yourself this. Are you listening to what people search for? Or are you tracking what they complain about? Comment this template. For who, the repeat question is what? Today they search where. Example. For brides, the repeat question is backless blouse bras. Today they search YouTube hacks. Best 3 comments, I'll pick one for the next teardown. Subscribe for weekly breakdowns where the question comes before the product. If this changed how you think about validation, hit like.